Hi, this is Mr. Casper here. We're ready for our next lesson. This is Module 7, Lesson 5. The objective of this lesson is going to be to share and critique each other's word problems. So the first thing that we're going to do is you're going to get with a partner. So pause this Nearpod, find a partner that you can work with so you can fill in the story problems that you're going to create later in this assignment. First, we're going to go over 4 different slides here to explain the lesson. The first slide we have here is in concept development is the idea of the basic tape diagram, which is right here. We're going to ask ourselves these questions. What do we know? Well, we know that this unit right here is 5 feet long. And we know that the other tape right here is twice as long as the first tape. And we know that we're looking for the total of the 3 equal parts. 1, 2, 3. This is the total. That's what we're looking for. So we know that if this tape down here is twice as long, that means they're 5 feet. And then this one is 5 feet. So our total is going to be 15 feet. We know that's our answer. So hence knowing what is the total. Now let's look at our next slide here. Again, we're going to be talking about 3 different tapes in this case. Let's figure out what we know. We know that the top tape is 6 gallons. It says gallons right here. So we have 6 gallons. We know that the middle tape is 3 times the first tape. And we know that the bottom one is 2 quarts more than the first one. So now it's our chance to make up a story. So let me get my pen ready. We're going to say that this is my friend Bob, and his car used 6 gallons of gas. My friend Sam's car, this is Sam, used 3 times as much as Bob's. And my friend Dan's car used 2 quarts less than my friend Bob. So now it's just a matter of me coming over here and filling in the names of my story. So this is Bob, and Bob had 6 gallons of gas. It's a little hard to write with this pen, but we'll get there. And then we're going to say that he had 6 gallons of gas. And we know that my friend Sam had 3 times more as much as Bob. And Dan had 2 quarts more than Bob. And if my pen worked better, I would fill that in. So now let's go ahead and solve this problem. Again, we know that this is 6 gallons here, 6 gallons here, 6 gallons here. So, how much fuel did Sam use? And then we could figure that out, that he used 3 times. So we would know that he used 6, 12, and Sam's total was 18. And Dan, we know that Dan used 2 quarts less than Bob. So we would have to figure out how many quarts are in a gallon and subtract that from 6 gallons. how many quarts are in 6 gallons, and subtract that 2 quarts from that amount of quarts. That's where you're going to use your conversion chart to figure it out. So we would, if we were doing this problem completely, we would figure this out, but that we'll save for the next problem. Our next problem here is feet. And we, again, are going to make up a story. In this case, I could say that we can pick a name, any name we want. And let's pick Brenda. So B for Brenda. And V for Veronica. And D for Debbie in this case. So we know how much Brenda has. Brenda has 3 feet of, let's say, rope. That's just easy to rope. And I know that Veronica has twice as much. So V for Veronica, we'll put Veronica's name right here. The V for Veronica has twice as much as Brenda. And Debbie, D for Debbie, I'll make that a D for Debbie. Debbie has 5 inches less than rope than Veronica. Again, you can see how I'm filling in the names and the amounts are right here already given. One last problem like this, and we'll go on here. Their last one is pounds. So 4 pounds. Let's say we have, again, we pick out 3 names here. We could pick any names we want. We could have my friend Ron and my friend, and we could say that Jake and Dave. So these are my 3 names. That's the first thing I'm going to do. Have 4 pounds. So we know that Ron has 4 pounds. And we could say 4 pounds of anything we want. Let's say cheese. My friend Ron has 4 pounds of cheese. So blank is 4 pounds. Oh, that won't work. Blank has 4 pounds of cheese. Jake's has 4 times more than Ron. And Dan has, his weighs 30 ounces more than half of Jake's. So we would just fill in our letters right here and what we want. So when you try this on your own in the next couple slides, I'll start by giving you the story parts. In the last problem, you're going to be creating your own story completely using a given tape diagram. So if you have any questions, you can review the video or, of course, ask me for some help.